Oh, don't do that. Streaming. That's fun and cool and exciting. Everyone loves that. People love when you stream. I'm just gonna set up some stuff. We're gonna ping everyone in my Discord in a second. Maybe we'll do a beat challenge if people are willing and enough people show up. But I've had this idea in my head. I want to create. I want to synthesize a character with a voice. You know, I want to make sound. Hey, what's up? The time to kill is now 66. Okay. It's a crazy name. What was I saying? I want to make a character, you know, like an Animal Crossing character, you know. I want to make a bunch of different characters. I want to have them have a conversation. That's what I want to do. I want to synthesize creatures that are speaking in a language that you cannot understand because they are not human, you know. That's the goal. So like, how do we do that? I mean, for the most part, it's just going to be pitch bending on some sort of wave. Plus, we're going to want to use Serum for this probably. We want to use pitch bending and then like a Foreman filter or something, you know. We'll have some shit like that, and then we want coarse pitch, of course. Of course, we want coarse pitch. Ha 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 ha. And then what else are we gonna want? Take an auto filter and set this to the formant thing, and then we're also, if it's gonna be kind of like a human voice, there's gonna be different syllables, right? So if we think about phonemes, which are like the syllables or like the building blocks of like, you know, sounds, we got like plosives, which plosives are like very percussive. It's like P, D. Is D a plosive? I don't fucking know. Hold on. Plosive. TK and PDGB, right? So they got a transient hard consonant. So what I'm trying to think about is like how would I do the interface for this thing, right? So like clearly, you know, it would like I don't know, each word, right? We have some shit like that. And then we can take a spell book, right? And then the spell book will move this guy around and also move like that and that around or something at the same time, right? So, and then we're gonna limit first pitch, right? And then like it sounds like a thing talking. And then how else are we gonna want to mess with this? I want to add some jitter. And this doesn't have jitter, so what we can do is we can have this control the offset. And then can we just put jitter on this? Yes, we can. And then that controls that. Okay, jitter sounds stupid. Smooth it. I want to make the jitter amount like, yeah, I guess that's what I want. Why is it going between, why is it set between these two values? Why is the jitter only going negative? Oh, the rate. Right, I had the rate set to 0, so the phase was offset to some weird ass value. Right? You could say that's a creature of some sort. right? It's something that's speaking. And then let's take an erosion. Then how else do we want to do this? I mean, you know, we can. I want. What's the tool for creating your own custom like LFO envelope stuff? Envelope MIDI? No. It's this own. I mean, I see everyone using it. I don't know what it is. Is it this multi-shaper dank sauce thing? I mean, this kind of does what I want it to do. This is similar. Oh, it's gonna be called a shaper something. Yeah, just shaper. Right? So like this guy, what I want is I want. Is that what I want? Something like this, and then whatever. Want the rate is off, and then offset. I want the rate off. Yeah. The offset. Why does it only go? Not bipolar. Only wait, it's only in the negative. Why do I keep getting shit that's only negative? Anyways, this thing is gonna map to our noise amount, right? And then we can have this guy control the offset. Except, again, I don't know why this is always like that. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Also, do we want our S sound to be just like an erosion? I should probably just like generate white noise beforehand. Right? Because what erosion is ring modulated white noise by whatever that frequency is, right? And I guess there's also a bandpass filter applied to it. Pretty sure that's how it works. Or you're ring modulating the signal with white noise, and then there's a bandpass filter applied, which isn't necessarily what we want. I don't know. It's going to be more complicated because I think we kind of need to separate the white noise from the rest of the sounds, and so we need to have like another oscillator injecting white noise kind of like sporadically or like rhythmically or whatever at the transient. We can do that. Let's take an operator. However, the way I'm thinking about this is that like it would be an envelope. Hey, what's up, Exon? We're trying to make aliens. I'm trying to make creatures have a conversation. Kind of like think about like Animal Crossing, like how all the characters in Animal Crossing talk. They got a funny voice. So I guess I need to think like bigger picture before I go ahead and start like creating all this shit. But effectively, we're gonna have some oscillator, right? And then that oscillator is gonna have some amount of harmonics, and then it's being pitch bent, and then there's gonna be some filtering. So the filtering right now is just a Formant filter, right? And then we also need to inject like white noise over it, you know? So like, you know, when I'm speaking, I say the word speak, there's white noise initially at the beginning of the word. Like I don't know, we can just like take a look here. Let's mini meters it. Close, go there, go to snowball. So as you can see, I don't know, my voice is carrying certain intonation depending on how. It's very weird to look at this and then speak at the exact same time. I'm gonna be real with you, but you can see that every time there's an S, there's like white noise being injected on top, which you could characterize with like a bandpass filter or whatever. Or maybe you could just you would just shove the white noise before the formant filter, the white noise is being generated at the front of my mouth, where my tongue is like pressing against my lips, right? So it's not being shaped by the same formant filter as my vocal cords are. So I feel like that would have its own different sound. And then also when I make the S sound, the formant does affect it to a degree, you know, as you can see there. So I mean, we can have MIDI notes. We can have a MIDI note. It's assigned for each individual word, and then if we want to make it random. See, I'm trying to think. I keep going like defaulting and wanting to like randomize everything, but like we could use like a sample and hold to randomly generate a curve and also starting points and end points, and then every single MIDI note will play, and then it'll, you know, when I say like whatever that is, it's going to swoop down a little bit. Though I'm gonna want more control than just like random ass sample and holding, right? So I don't know if we can just like spellbook everything, because ideally I want to be able to create like seemingly complex sounding alien speech with like as few knobs as possible while also having control, right? So like if I just like put, you know, formant filters on everything, just like, I mean, I could just do my squelch generator bullshit, but yeah, no. Here, let's get inspiration. Let's look up Animal Crossing speech. What even is this? Animal Crossing speech. Isabelle speaking. I mean, it's like super sped up, I think. Here, slow down. There's white noise. Here, let's find other residents. Residents, come on. Give me Animal Crossing voice. I'm struggling to think of like other games where they have funny voices when they talk, you know. Come on, give me. It's just all Isabelle clips. I don't. This is useless. Animal Crossing. Okay, 600 views. Their voices in all the games. It sounds like a speak and spell kind of. So the pitch is being locked in between like a bottom and a top, and then it's going. It's like swooping, you know. So like we can do most of that in Serum, using like sample and hold, and then so like here, let's take this, and then what are we gonna want to do? We can map this, map you to LFO2. We're gonna map you to wait, LFO bus. What is LFO bus 1 and LFO bus 2? Scaring me. LFOs, that's gonna go to LFO 3. And then this guy, we're gonna map this to LFO 4. And we're also gonna map the x-axis to LFO 5. Wait. Actually, let's Command Z. This is way easier. Map this guy to... I forgot how to do this. Note on random discrete. That's it. So that creates an immediate sample and hold, right? All the rare games. Oh, Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. Note on random discrete. Right, note on random discrete. So like the goal is I'm gonna make multiple characters and then have them speak to each other, right? And then maybe we can make like a choir or do some like cool hocketing or something between the different characters that we're going to create. That's the idea. So we're just going to go note on random discrete for all of these dudes, modulate curve. So every time you do note on random discrete, it creates a brand new spanking sample and hold LFO unique for that single point. So it's really good. I only did Y. Let's do this axis too. So now you can have that control that. So every time, except I want to change give full range. Except this like starts here, unchanging every single time. Modulate Y, LFO bus 1. That's LFO bus 1. Oh, destination. I don't understand fucking Serum. It's so annoying. The destination is LFO bus 1 and not note on, or not this node. I guess LFO bus 1 is that particular node for whatever reason. I don't know why. Right. Have some inspiration. Ooh, yeah, you can't do links here, but that is good. Yeah, KK Slider, I forgot to look at this. So KK Slider, you can really just see all the, like, looking at the spectrogram. Let's just do like a normal song where he's playing he's just playing like guitar or whatever, right? Come on, give me some. No. Why is my algorithm sucking? Here. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's funny, it's like, it's so quantized, because it's just singing like exact notes, but then they have to pitch bend it at the end, I guess. But yeah, if we want to get speech, then it's gonna not sound like that, so. Right, so that can be like speech. I'm taking an arpeggiator. Right. And then we'll want this to be like that, and then we take the Foreman. I guess we'll use the auto filter. Auto filter. And then this guy. Now we're gonna use a spellbook, because this is just gonna control like the timbre in a super complex way that I don't really care about too much. And so we can map that to that, and that to that, and then also that to that, and then we can like mix all these shits up, and then like that. And except, okay, we're gonna want like this to be less fucking crazy. And then you. want this guy the envelope, and then let's also map this guy to node on random discrete. And so this last guy except now this is jumping to randomly. What do I want? What do I want? I want to control the overall intonation of this. Or not intonation, the pitch. But I want it to still be random. Is that what... I mean, this is just the amount. This is in both directions. Is it unipolar or bipolar? How do I tell? What are you? Okay, now it's unipolar. Okay, this is the secret. Right. So these are all gonna go up, and then here we're gonna put. Can I not I want that mount to be macroed. How? Excuse me? How do I control the amount with another thing? This is not a fucking thing I can do. Mod amount. Let me control mod amount with mod source. You control. I mean, these are the macros itself. Is this not an option? Do I have to make a rack in Ableton to control that? That can't, there's no shot. There's no shot. Ooh, how do I do this? Whatever, we're making a fucking, I guess you have to make an external rack. I can't be bothered. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna copy all of these macros to that macro, right? Wait, no, that's not what I wanted at all. This guy mapped 1, 1, 1, 1. Drag the macro to aux source. Oh! Kill me. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Command Z isn't undoing the Ableton rack macro. That's exceptional. Okay, wait. I don't have to Command Z. I can just remove this manually from everything. Oh my lord. Okay. Okay. Bam. Here we go. It only goes a small... I guess it's set to... Okay, whatever. We're gonna put you on all of these. Right? Is there now like a new... How do I control the range? Why does this only go halfway? You work, bro. Wait, let's put this here. Right. So we'll make this unipolar. Okay, by default, let's just make it like that. Okay, so I can twist this. So I don't want it to be like that. I want the middle... It's not what I wanted. We got... I want this fucking knob to move. That's not... This is multiplying Is aux source just multiplying this macro against the amount? Is that what it's doing? I think that might be what it's doing. Which that isn't what I want. See, this would be so much easier if I was using like Ableton effects. Yeah, biplay. Yeah, I don't get it. Right? Like... Also, people open their mouths when they speak, so we're gonna want. I think we're gonna want this for sure. Right? It's kind of something, and then... Right? So like that's kind of it, but now it's just repeating the same words, so... Now let's lower the pitch amount. Pretty scary sounding. That's kind of cool, honestly. Here, let's put pan also on the same thing. So I thought you were on envelope. I don't know. Kind of cool. Okay, is this what I wanted? Not entirely. Kind of, maybe. Let's get... Okay, if we want to inject white noise, we can take this guy. And then I think... Honestly, I think we could just hit it with another note on random discrete, except this time... Right. This time we change, what do we want? This curve, like to not happen that often. So again, it only happens at the beginning of words, so it's like only words that start with S will have this play. Also, this is then going into the auto filter. It's not really what I want. We set another filter here. No, we're already running out of filters. I know I can make more filters in here, but I want one filter to go to ignore. You can just go direct. Oh no! But we need the formant filter to be within this. We don't really want a formant filter. Let's try bandpass. And then this you. How the fuck do you work? You come from. No. You go into that, and then you go to me. Right, and then this guy. And then you stop. But you're an AC, huh? And then fuck it, we'll also right, the noise sucks, but it's pretty good. I guess the only issue is now this LFO is directly mapped to this, which isn't really what we want. Is there an easier way to do this besides doing the fucking note on random discrete thing all over again? Can I... Like, I just want to have another completely random pattern being... Oh, I guess I could just use sample and hold entirely, and then just put that on this. And then smooth it. Not really. Why does it go up every time? What's happening to you? We just have LFO 2 running on you. There we go. So it's not smooth. Can we just path? Normal? How do you do random without it being sample and hold? Just free running random. Because this isn't doing shit. The spellbook it's a two-dimensional multi-mapper LFO. The x-axis and the y-axis, or wherever this dot is on the shape, you can map to different parameters. So like here, I have the x-axis controlling the pitch of this within a small range, like you can control the offset or whatever, in the same way that you would change the min and max range of a multi-map. Or if you're using an LFO, you can change the offset and the range of the LFO. And then I have the y-axis controlling the formant, and then I have a bipolar inverted x-axis controlling the morph, and then I also like change the phase of everything. So basically this one single tool is now working as 3 independent LFOs that are making this move in kind of unpredictable ways. But this isn't really Not really what I wanted to go for. What did I want to go for? I wanted talking things, right? I just want like a unique character. Like here we can have this guy. Here, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we're back to making these things. Thing is, I want to make it. Honestly, it might be better just to use my squelch generator for what I'm doing. This is effectively just that, but with like more steps, and it's harder to control. So like we use squelch generator, use this guy. Oh, it's the old serum, how cute. Right. Right, we can have that. And then we would change the pitch range to be small. Honestly, this is just already way better. There's so much more fine control on what I'm trying to do. Pretty good. Now maybe we can use an envelope MIDI. This guy. Oh, this guy sucks though. And then let's use a multi-map. Right, and then you are going to control the input of the multi-map. That's going to control that input. And then take another spellbook. Because I fucking love spellbooks. There's already like 3 spellbooks inside this rack. And then that can control the min and then here, let's open this guy up. And let's open the multi-map. For the formant filter, I don't remember how this rack works. So we have this spellbook. The multi-map is choosing the range of which the read offset is spinning over. And so that range is being controlled by this read offset knob. So F read offset is, my face is covering up shit. You probably have no idea what I'm doing anyways. Filter read offset is 0. Oh, it's controlled down here. Read offset is 15 to 100. Let's change. Where's the other F read offset? There's 2 of them. Let's make this be 30 to 100. Let's let this be 0 to 70. So there's a 30% difference. But on the minimum, we're going between 0 and 70. And on the max, we're going between 30 and 100. Right? That means there's always going to be a 30% gap. So notice that when I twist this knob here, the min and max range of this thing is always going to have a 30% difference between it, which means we're choosing a range on the spellbook that is 30% of the 100% spellbook, and then we can comb through all the possible ranges of it. that makes any sense. I don't know. It's convoluted, man. Oh no, no, no. Alright, why is it clicking on one of them? And then why did it just change pitch? Why are you, where's that click coming from? Oh, I guess it's because there's a... something like that. Let me just change. And then... I guess we should have something control the dynamics of the voice, perhaps? Okay, I think we got it set up. I twist this and that changes the word it's speaking. Right? It kind of does it. Though I lose control over the pitch. That's because the pitch is being controlled by this input here. You open up the spellbook. You have input. What is input controlling? Input is controlling the multi-map. Input is controlling just this multi-map. Oh, it's so convoluted. The read, okay. Input controls the read offset of both the pitch and the other spellbook. I want to decouple input from that, I believe. We turn that off. Is this getting me any easier results than I was getting before? Not really. Okay. Let's say I want to... Let's take a sample of someone speaking. Knuckles, this guy.
You are still in the...
You really want an answer.
Here, let's take this. Convert to Harmony.
You really want an answer?
Something. Did I still decouple? I did. Right.
You stupid.
You may do something crazy.
What if we do a convert to melody? Kind of speaking, right? That kind of sounds like a thing speaking. Like a smoker. I think it's pretty good. So like, we have like finer control over the pitch for each individual word by controlling the pitch of this thing. It's something. And then, do we want to put erosion on it? I don't think so. Okay, so we got something that we can create, you know, squelches or whatever of what we deem to be a character. Kind of already could do this, but... And then, now we want to make another character, so we can just duplicate this. Not going to save it. I'm going to duplicate this entire patch. Right? And then, we have this patch. And do like a different position or whatever. And then we simply change this guy. So let's add our crickets that we just made the other day. We're making an environment, right? For this thing, we need to not do that. Right, they can hold a whole last conversation, and then we take this guy. And then we just need these guys to be like, I don't know, they sound too much like they're coming directly from my speakers. I guess we could do binaural panning. Binaural panning. I want a conversation, you know? I want a conversation between the two things. Put a binaural pan on you. Oh, yeah. We take this guy, put this binaural pan on this guy.
You really want to...
Do crickets cricket when it rains? Crickets cricket when it rains. Chirp. It's called chirping, I suppose. Whatever. Yeah. What? Oh, no answers. No answers. I just... What? What? Is telling me about cricket, the sport? It's still about the sport? Spell it right. Well, the fucking AI says no. I don't know if I can trust the AI. Probably not. I don't think they chirp when it rains. Oh, I also want to make laughing sounds, I think. So to do that, how would I do that? I would have to make independent sounds. Do my laughing rack, I think. Like here, let's stretch this guy out. Let's take laughing rack V5. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then let's take out from 27. And then we're just gonna automate. And then make the rate faster at first. And then let's do the same thing for this guy here. I didn't record from the right thing. 28. those are pretty good laughs. Sounds like a thing actually laughing. And so I feel like we gotta now intermingle, put these sounds together. Let's mute that. Now they're like both laughing over here. They're having a conversation, you know, they're talking to each other. And then they both laugh because this guy drops a banger punchline. And then, but towards the end of this, we need the... Oh, wait, why are they panned? Why is this panned the wrong way? Yeah. And then this guy... And then fuck it, let's there's another person listening. And they're gonna be like right there, chortling, having a hoot. And we're gonna pitch it down. Right? Okay. That they're talking, one person tells a joke, they both start laughing, right? Most of it sucks, but that little bit there is pretty good. Let's make this guy ask a question. Pitch it upwards. Ask motherfucker. Yeah. And then maybe shorter. Put some time there. Oh, that does fuck with it because I have everything controlled by the spellbook, and that's set to the oh man. I don't know. All right, that's a premise. I guess I should try to make music now. Two things talking to each other, and then one asks a question, the other answers. It's funny. They both start laughing. Work is like a prologue to a thing. I do really like the sound of like a bunch of fucking creatures laughing at the same time. I think it's pretty good. What do we got over here? Let's add more things laughing. Fuck it. And then they start playing instruments. That's the premise. We got aliens chilling, having a chat, talking. Someone makes a funny, make a joke, and then they start speaking and singing, right? So let's synthesize, because we've been on past few streams, we've just been on like a let's synthesize everything kind of hype. Let's use pigments. Let's go modal. And then let's warp, unquantize warp. You want let's stab it. Let's saturate it beforehand. I want to do some sort of like very, very basic hand percussion thing. What if we make this a weird time signature? And then, I don't know, let's grab bongo. How do we do this again? Put it on the end of the 2 on the 5. Okay, and then let's just get a kick drum, I guess. I mean, that one's kind of terrible, but the vibe. Shaker. Rain stick? Do not have any rain stick samples? There. Put this on that. and more. Grab a conga. All of these. Okay, we got a drum loop, sorta. Turn off. Let's group it. Right guy. This is the guy on the right. Put the binaural pan there. And then that way we can pan it. And this is left guy. Then left guy is gonna be pink. And then let's record from 36 here. And then you okay, so we got, all right, guys are having a conversation. They start laughing, beat starts, and then they start like singing, rapping, whatever the fuck. Right? And then hit over. Kick drum gets added. And then, okay, these guys kind of suck now. Okay, we have something going there. I was making some really cool, weird chords on this earlier patch I made. Was it this guy? I think it was this guy. You. I changed it too much. Okay. What do I want you to be? I want it to be an envelope. Oh. Map. Remove. We need some scary shit like that. That's what we need. Now we record. some shit like that. I don't know. We can make some of them work. They're pretty scary sounding. And then here, we'll just duplicate this over again. And then we need to escalate there. And then, yeah, 'cause where do we have snares are there. And then other snares there. I don't know, I kind of want it to be like double time, but like how are you gonna double time it in a when we're in 5/4, you know? Like we would not, instead of putting it there, we put it there. And then we do it again. And then it loops. Oh, no, oh, it loops there. Wait, am I crazy? That kind of works. I think we need to change up the phrasing in the long run, though. So it'll be like... like that, maybe? It's very weird. I want good shakers. I don't have like that many good shakers sample. I just want like a good loop, you know? You know, why can't I just have a good loop? fucking beat. It kind of works. The last little bit suck. Drum fills. Addictive Drums has drum fills, so Addictive Drums. You want a drum fill? I mean, I like bonked my my funny bone earlier, and that shit hurts. Did I? Oh, there we go. What do we got? Modern jazz sticks. Yeah, that's it. We'll go you, and then beats. Can we just give me a fill, and then we'll just like put some shit right there. Ooh. Okay, I think we want more jazz drums. A 6/8 fill. Put this in a 5/4 song, cause fuck it. Okay. Let's go back to jazz, grooves, modern. Oh, I don't want fills now. Contemporary jazz groove. Nah. Modern jazz. That's the same thing. Same thing, really. I just want like a ton of toms. That's all I really want. Good. We need like what now? The main like melody thing in the middle. Oh, conceptually it's kind of coming together. We need the talking alien dudes. I made the cricket. Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Cricket? I mean, it's just sine wave, not a sine wave. I drew in, there's like 4 harmonics, just you can see the harmonics I drew in, and it's being audio rate tremoloed about 16 hertz, and then the envelope itself matters a lot. So it chirps once, and then a little bit of noise, and then the real sauce is a fuck ton of delays. So I have like a bunch of delays, and then these delays are being panned. So these are like 100% dry wet, no feedback delays. They're being panned around, changing the level so it sounds like they're coming from different locations. And then a bunch of chorus ensembles that are widening it. So it sounds super, super wide, kind of smeary, phasey or whatever. Tiny bit of erosion at the end. And then, oh, a fuck ton more delays. Bunch of delays. These ones have feedback with like just the left and right amounts are just kind of random, so there's just a ton of crickets basically. And then the pitch is modulating slightly, very, very slightly. Just random, like half a semitone or something. All the drums and stuff are going to come in here and keep that up for a bit. And we're going to duplicate this thing over again. And then now we need to add a lead. The lead squelchy guy is going to start singing. Right? We need a... pitch mean set to 50. Pitch range, go down to 0. Then binaural pan turn off. Maybe not turn off. That's a lot of things I have to automate. What am I going for? I mean, it was like kind of video game inspired for sure. I'm just kind of fucking around. My premise when I went into this is I wanted to synthesize at least 2 different characters that have their own voice, like aliens or animals or whatever, thinking like Animal Crossing, Banjo-Kazooie, whatever, they have funny voices. I wanted them to have a conversation with each other. They speak to each other, there's back and forth, and then they sing a song or they do something, they're playing instruments, something. That was just the premise I had when I went into it. So here's the conversation. So like the conversation's mostly shit. I really like this little exchange though. He says a thing, a question is asked, he responds, and then they all start laughing, you know? And the synthesized laughter, especially like creating like a choir of people laughing, I think is pretty cool. And then this probably goes on a little bit too long. Big inspiration from Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Massive inspiration for my sound. Fun fact, you can make here's a Deku Scrub sound. Here's a Deku Scrub when you smack him with a sword. You take an echo, you turn on wobble, increase morph and amount, set the feedback down. That's a Deku, like for sure. %. Oh, it's lying to me. Why is this? I hate when it happens. I set this to 5.4. The MIDI waveform is still the old thing from 4.4, so it says this is 2 bars, which is so annoying. Let's copy and paste this thing. in, and then we need like response with the other guy. This is the guy on the left. Guy on the right needs to go. Except we need to fix the tuning on this guy. Bam. And then that goes like that. So this guy has a much lower register. Okay, so we got like a call and response thing. Dude on the left sings, dude on the right sings. What if they both sing eventually? Right, that's the thing. So after that little bit, we'll take these guys over, and then the left guy's voicing goes to the right guy. We're a little out of tune, but you know, no one's perfect at singing. Okay, that's fine. Then we want we had a flute. A flute in here. Or something like it. Right. this guy. Let's draw in some odd harmonics. Nope, not the right guy. Yeah. Yeah. And then this guy over here. White noise. You are... And you're gonna be a high pass filter. We do need to make monkey sounds. You're right. 100% need some monkey sounds. What's up, Nick? How do we do monkey sounds again? Serum. Yeah. Let's do that one thing where we take a note. Wait, first, before everything crashes on me, let's save this. 2025 07 12 monkey conversation 5 4. All right. Okay, so we play this note, and then we immediately take it, chuck it back into itself, granulator. Set this to forward reverse loop. Let's... Oh, I changed the size of this. There we go. I want fade edges. How do I map you? I want that to be mapped to a thing. I forgot how to do this. Can I just like, yeah. Cool. Then it broke. Why are you broken? It's lying. I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. Remove. I can't change it. Okay, it was backwards. You map to that. I think I mapped it to the wrong thing. This UI is so fucking confusing, it's giving me no information. Remove all destinations. Map to that. Okay, I did it. Now... First, let's do a couple things. Let's file line it. And then... I don't understand. What the fuck? I have no idea. Okay, so we're just gonna take all this. All of that, and then guess what? I bet none of you are gonna see this coming. We're gonna use the spell book, and we're just gonna map the spell book on everything. So we're just gonna take that. Anyways, we're gonna make monkey sounds, right? And so monkey sounds, they go, "Woo," and then they go, "Ha," and then they go, "Woo," again, right? That's how monkeys go. So obviously that's a square wave applied to pitch. Duh. Right? Obviously. And then we'll map the spellbook to depth, offset, and that. Hey, what's up, Mr. Leaky? It's from Mr. Gordon? Oh shit! It's a Mr. Gordon raid. We're making monkey sounds. What's up, yo variable? Me when I'm monkey. I don't think these sounds are gonna fit in with the beat. Oh yeah. So for all the new people, the premise of this is I wanted to make a bunch of characters, like characters in a video game, like Animal Crossing or something, that talk to each other. So they're having a conversation, and then one of them tells a joke, and the other starts laughing, right? Let me change the levels, but anyways, we're trying to make a monkey sound to add to this. And we just gotta go straight into the. Yeah, it should be possible to do that. I mean, I guess I would just use like extreme bell curves, right? Oh, no, you can just use band reject. We have band reject as a thing with just make the Q real big, right? So what you would want that for monkey sound? I have no idea where I put the band reject filter. Something like that. That's a monkey for sure. Also, fun fact, if you ever want to make a macro that, like, let's say, like, it sweeps from, like, 10 hertz, and then at 200, you want to skip all the content between 200 and, like, 1 kilohertz, there's a cool way to do that. What you do is use an LFO, right? It's kind of convoluted. Set the LFO to square, make the rate 0, reset it, right? So now the phase is what percentage of the way that you move through the LFO, and then you can map, put both the LFO and the knob in the same gosh dang thing, and then you move phase, and it jumps, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna map phase. Honestly, this is probably too much effort. But the point is, you could set like phase or the offset to move from like I don't know, -30 to 30, and then it jumps. Oh, fucked up. -30 to 30. Do I want it to be? I want it to be like 50 to -50. Okay, I have it backwards. It's kind of fucked up. The point is, okay, well, why is it going backwards? That's weird. I don't know. Never mind, man. Ignore me. Oh, I think I had to do that, maybe. No, didn't. Reverse this again. Okay, it should be, it's kind of doing the opposite. It's jumping from 0 all the way up to the top and then resetting. But the point is you're skipping that little middle bit. Why are you like this? Why must you be like this? Oh well, okay, this is doing like almost exactly what I want. Anyways, the point is you can use LFOs and then use the LFO curve itself to like map to knobs. Ain't that cool? I wasn't even gonna use it. No one asked for that information. But it's neat. Yeah. There we go. That's our monkey. Bam. I don't know, it's cute. We got there's two dudes singing together. I don't know what to do with it past this point, right? So we had the two dudes talking, tells a joke. Maybe they should be talking while the drums and stuff are going. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm figuring it out. It's taking time, but I'm figuring it out. Change this guy up a little bit. The monkey sound, I assume when you say monkey sound, you're referring to the synthesized dudes? That wouldn't quite make sense, I think. 'Cause, like, the whole frequency spectrum, they're all tied into like one single timbre, right? And we have the guy on the left with a high-pitched sound voice, and then we have the guy on the right with the the low-pitched voice. The new monkey on the bottom. He only appears here. It's the only time he appears. I didn't actually commit to it, I think. So I should commit to it. Yeah, we want that. Crazy. Oh, I accidentally deleted the best one. You know, it'd be really funny. I'm not gonna do it, but imagine you got like a R&B like trap rap whatever beat, and you like absurdly apply auto-tune Melodyne to squelch sounds to make it sound like it's like T-Pain, but they're squelches, but they're auto-tuned. Kinda. Would that work? Or would it just sound like quantized saw waves on a thing? Well, no, you would hear the artifacts from the auto-tune, so like it would... there's something there. There's something there for sure. Can we just do vocals? Vocal group. Let's do vocal group LFO. Or not LFO, whatever, Bloom preset. Instrument. Yeah, dude. Now they're playing instruments and hocketing between them. And then, okay, we need a chorus. Right now, this is just kind of weird melody. It's just kind of repeating with different voices and different intonations, stuff like that. But all right, now let's take away all the shakers. And then we need to make like a big melody. So how do we do that? So let's switch up the sub for one. Let's get rid of... Damn, I like really bonked my fucking elbow earlier. I don't know when I did that or how. Let's mute that. And then singing. And counterpoint. Now we do some counterpoint. We're gonna make chords with this other voice, right? So let's do, and then we have to go up. And then let's get rid of. Oh, why is that all fucked? Ah. Copy and paste this again. You're there. You're muted, right? want this to be the same note. But we want this to be an octave lower. Kind of a thing. Let's take this, and then we have an oboe, and then this guy's gonna be our middle voice. Let's just play like thirds above everything. Yeah, like ad-libs, like rap vocals ad-libs, yeah. So it's like, it's hard to like, I need to do it in such a way that it intentionally really sounds like ad-libs rather than just like this genre where we just shove squelches and everything, right? That doesn't sound good. I don't know. I suck at counterpoint. I need to practice counterpoint more. At least for like, I don't know. It's not often where I'm like really, really trying to do something. Maybe just all the voices just do it. Actually thinking about this, it doesn't sound that good. All right, let's go back a second. Let's put a riser here.
Wow.
And that's the problem with Synplant. I don't know what, none of the knobs do what they're supposed to do. You can't change it for shit. Harmony. All right, yeah, we'll check out this track. Let's beep it. And yeah, no, you're right. That is part of the fun of Synplant. You get what you get. All right, Split It 88. All right. I kind of want the beat to go for a little bit longer before you start introducing all these other elements, or tease the elements before the beat comes in. I feel like you gotta, like, the way that the drums come in is really cool because like everything's syncopated. So where I think the one isn't actually where the one is, which is like nice, right? But then when I'm like, okay, I'm feeling the beat, then all of a sudden a bunch of stuff comes in. So I feel like you could just like keep it simplified, like 8 to 16 bars. Towards the end of the 8 to 16 bars, you start bringing in the scratching. You tease with like a reverse reverb tail the melody, and then right at the 16 bar or whatever, at the end of the cycle, the downbeat, then you bring in the melody. That's what I would do. There's a lot of cool sounds, but I want the melody to be more like present. There's like sections where like you hear a couple notes of a melody and then it gets changed out with like, you know, the like scratching voice or some like atonal thing that isn't carrying on the melody. I want to be able to hum. I want to be able to sing the song. I want to be able to sing the song, you know? I want it to be a song that gets stuck in my head, right? Because you got all the ingredients for like a really great, super catchy hook melody and all that, but it feels like you're playing like a third or a quarter of what the melody should be. You're just playing a snippet of a melody, and then it gets taken away, and then there's a bunch of like random, seemingly unconnected sounds that play instead, where like maybe layer that full melody, maybe that melody is playing the whole time and then it's being layered with other stuff that emphasize it, or everything else, like, you know, emphasizing hocketing and stuff like that. Though while you are hocketing some stuff with the melody, a lot of the stuff is so vastly different in sound that it doesn't feel like it. I want it to feel like I'm following that single melody, and that melody is transforming in sound. Whereas rather, I feel like I'm hearing a bunch of completely different, disconnected sounds that are trying to make a melody. If that makes sense. I want a melody that's transforming versus a bunch of disconnected sounds imitating a melody, right? Yeah, makes sense. Like right there. You had a melody going, and then it gets cut out, and then there's just like pitch bendy, squelchy dudes, which like they're all good. The sound design's all fire. It's all great, but then I'm like following along the melody. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Now we're on the second half of this measure. Like you know, you told me the beginning of the story, and then what's in the middle, disconnected random stuff, right? Maybe. I mean, your bass line is kind of doing that. I feel maybe just like layering more stuff with the bass line in terms of pitch and stuff. Maybe. So this thing in the background, the dong 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 dong, I like that a lot. I feel like the Sawtooth bassline melody that's playing at this, like this section, I feel like is too busy. Let me go back a couple seconds. So you have the scratching thing, you have the ding ding ding, and then you have the melody underneath the bassline. I would remove the bassline melody or change the timbre entirely, because the timbre of that thing takes up the entire frequency spectrum and everything's fighting for space there. So maybe just like a couple sine waves, just like a sine wave kind of bassline thing with a couple harmonics, maybe like lightly saturated with sine fold distortion or something. So it's you just have this like mid bass without all the crazy high end, because a lot of stuff is competing for space here. Like really cool arpeggiating stuff there. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff playing at the same time. So it gets to like, yeah, subtractive work and stuff regarding all of that. Ask yourself like, what do you want the listener to listen to? You know, what's the focus of the song? What is the focus at this point? Because when you're mixing, you're presenting all these different elements and you're guiding the listener to pay attention to certain things, right? Like in a song, you don't want the listener to pay very close attention to the sound of your hi-hat, right? The hi-hat's there, but you mix the song in such a way that the hi-hat isn't your central focus. The central focus is going to be the chords, it's going to be the melody, it's going to be the lyrics and vocals and the bass or whatever. Here there's my focus is being thrown everywhere because a lot of stuff is like competing for attention, and there's a lot of stuff playing at the same time that are all really attention grabbing, like in terms of timbre, as well as like they're really busy. So like the super crazy arpeggiating chords, yeah, the Sawtooth formant bassline, because like, you know, like formant filters are going to be attention grabbing in of itself because it sounds like a human voice, right? So that's gonna take up all my attention. So like, you know, if you want that formant bassline thing to be paid attention to, make that the only thing playing in the mix at that time. Give it space, let it command the room, like less is more. And then bring in the other stuff. And when all the stuff's playing at the same time, it doesn't quite work. Because when you're doing that, I don't know, you're telling me listen to, you're not telling me what to focus on. So then I get confused and scared, right? That's good. Right here, You gave that the perfect amount of space. I was just complaining about that the whole time, and then it turns out you do it 2 seconds later. I think these are like just a tiny bit too loud. They're pretty bright. They're all really, really bright. I would just turn them down a couple dB. Okay, I'm kind of confused. I thought we were in a breakdown and then suddenly we're in the drop again. Let me go back like 20 seconds because I am pausing the song constantly, so this is probably fucking with my perception of like the structure. Yeah, watch your 2 kilohertz stuff. The stuff is like super loud, and that's the most painful frequency. So like what I would do now is I would like cut the kick drum, cut the bass, right? So like you already cut all of that, and then you have the melody playing, and then it comes back in for a little bit, and then I would cut it again, and then filter all of your percussion, all of your high pass, add a riser, add swells, make your melody like delay out or whatever, make a build up. I think like this section really calls for a build up, but right now there's no build up. There's a breakdown, and then in the middle of the breakdown you're suddenly in the drop again, which is like kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. It's cool at the same time, but like I feel like it's creative and I respect it. But I think if you just go for the generic structured EDM build-up shindig structure, it would be better. I would advise that, yeah. So like I don't really know what's happening here. It's like getting super minimal and then you're hearing scratching and stuff that it feels kind of random. I don't know. I think just like EDM, just classic EDM structure kind of thing would benefit a lot, because then I would know what the song is trying to present to me. Again, I mean, I am pausing the song every 3 seconds and then ripping on it, so like that's, I'm not, you know, I'm looking for things to complain about when I'm giving feedback, but and that's, you know, playing with my own like perception of the structure, but yeah, I don't know. I would just I just don't know what the structure is trying to tell me, trying to show me. Like, at what point am I supposed to dance? I mean, I would get down to it the entire time because I like dancing. But like, what is the, you know, your audience? What are they gonna think? Well, I don't know. Like, to me, yeah, all these things you're trying to figure out how to arrange, this is all ear candy to me. None of this is essential to the song or sounds like an idea on its own. This is stuff that's supposed to just sound nice in the background to complement things. You have fills, you have little riser like sounds, little twinkly things that are super panned around. These aren't the main idea, right? So I would do the build up, have a big old build up, and then figure out what your idea is. Is it going to be that ringing melody that like pulses eighth notes again? Because you could bring that in, maybe layer it with some other stuff, turn it into chords, and so that single ringing melody like expands out, and then you can have, I don't know, your bass line come back in with a different synth. I don't know. Have that be fat as fuck, take up all the space in the mix, and then whenever that thing stops to breathe and pauses, then all these other ideas and elements that you came up with, this ear candy, then you bring that in. Because right now it doesn't have an identity at this point in the song. It sounds like it's meandering, and it's, yeah, I mean, I don't know, it sounds like what you're saying. You have a bunch of stuff that you like, but you don't know what to do with it. It's because you don't have a drop over here, you know? You have kind of like a drop in the first half, but it just needs to have more of an identity. So like, yeah, what I was complaining about with the melody in the beginning, I think like if there's more, I just became like cognizant that I'm streaming and talking to people on the internet. I hate when that happens and I completely lose focus of everything. Like the melody is like disjointed and kind of disconnected. There's like semblances of like a memorable hook or something to like keep, you know, something that you could like sing along to. The ideal, and of course, you know, not all music is whatever you want it to be, but I feel like the ideal like song that would like really work with people and resonate to their core is going to be like something they can hum along to or sing along to or have play in the back of their head, you know? And like a good way to determine if like your melody is good is it memorable? Can you remember it and can you hum it and sing it? Because like if it's super complex and doing a bunch of disjointed shit, then it's people aren't probably gonna like feel it that much, you know? Like simple is good to a degree. You can do things that are quote unquote simple with like complex sounding, you know, like sound design or whatever, like the premises. Like think about Tipper's music, like his up-tempo stuff, a lot of it is really simple bass lines that you can just like sing along to or that can get stuck in your head, right? The sounds that he's using to do it are like kind of complex, but like okay, like Knee Pads, the Bow Wow Wow song, it's extremely simple. It's just a sound that goes bow wow wow, bow wow wow. It just like goes up a half step or whatever. Like that's all that it does, and the shit slaps, right? There's no crazy super insane sound design happening all around the entire time. It's straight to the point. It knows what its punchline is. It delivers it to you, and then when you're like reeling from laughter from the punchline or whatever, then it throws in some ear candy, whatever other stuff. You're not getting hit over the head the whole time. It knows, it lets you know when to breathe. It gives you expectations. You know what's going to happen because it's working in a format, you know, EDM structured format. Build up, breakdown, build up, breakdown. So like this is structured in that, you know, you're using like, you know, Four on the Floor. Hey, what's up, Ouija Realm? I also came back from Tipper and Friends. It's yeah, it's structured like that, but it doesn't have the like, it doesn't necessarily, you know, you don't got to do like doubling snares every like half a bar, like super cheesy build up or whatever, but just like a couple risers or whatever, and then present a new idea, tease that idea right before, keep melodies like more consistent, let it, yeah. Because again, yeah, you have all the elements there. You have really pleasant, nice melodies going on. You got a lot of really cool sound design in ear candy, and then, yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll play it some more. Now, of course, a lot of my critiques don't necessarily apply because you're clearly going for this kind of jazzy, like almost improvisational sounding, you know, here's a bunch of like different licks. Like it doesn't quite repeat itself. And so a lot of this is just subjective in me wanting to hear things that repeat. But people like things that repeat. It's dance music, you know, but you know, you're doing your own thing. So like this is all like valid in and of itself, but if you want to keep it like that, I would suggest finding a happy medium between what I'm asking for and what you're doing right now. In terms of, you know, things being a little bit more classically structured, repetitions, whatnot. But, yeah. And then maybe this melody, you can just put like an auto filter on it and just make it do some sweeps with a high resonance or something. When it went like burr, 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 maybe it goes like, you know, you open it up. some shit like that. You can play around with that, but of course I would do that later because that's like more ear candy and sculpting and sound design. And I feel like what is really lacking is like bigger picture song structure stuff, because your sound design is always fire, you know. Yeah. Yeah, like there's no build up in this entire song. It's just the drums just kind of ongoing. I think there's a breakdown, but build ups are good. Build ups are necessary. You know, it's like Tipper. He has a lot of build ups, and his build ups are also really fucking good. Build ups. I would say, yeah, I think that's something that you like in your music. Is just build ups. Build ups are really important. Some people like do build ups, but they do them really, really lazily, which can really take away from the song if you're just like, you know, doubling snares and doubling your kick drum every single bar for 4 bars or whatever, and then it like gets exponentially doubled and oh my god, it's building up so much, and then whatever. That shit's really cheesy and boring. But just presenting like a melodic idea, you know what I would recommend anyone who wants to get good at build-ups, I would check out Woolg Tension tutorial. Woolg how to tension. This is really, really good. He talks about, I don't know, just different ways you can build tension and release it, which is basically effectively build-ups. And he talks about doing it with melody and harmony and how you can have all these different, like, oh look, it's me, and that's me right there. How cute. It's good. It opened my eyes to like, okay, there's a lot of different ways you can build tension and you know, create a build up other than just like doubling your percussion constantly or using a white noise riser, right? There's a lot of things you could do, and I think that'll open your eyes and make you realize that I'm not even necessarily saying that like you're super lacking in it, but I think it's just everyone should watch that if you haven't already, because it has opened my eyes a lot. And build ups are really important. Build ups, like a drop can only be as good as its build up, you know? Not necessarily, but you get the point. A good build up makes the drop hit harder. A shitty build up makes the drop suck. A really good build up and then a shitty drop also really sucks. If they're both good, then that shit hits harder than like anything else, you know? So like I was just talking about tension. Well, like I don't think that sounds particularly great. I do think the way that I build and create a build up entirely through harmony is really interesting here. There's no white noise risers or whatever, but like it builds up to a final like release, you know? I'm using like leading tones and counterpoint. There's multiple different voices that are approaching the tonic from different directions and stuff like that. There's a lot of fun stuff to explore. Why the fuck is that there? Why is it changing to 4/4? Oh no. Okay, apparently I changed to 4/4 during the switch up? Really? I guess I did. I didn't realize that. Oopsies. Wait, and then... Well, nothing I can do about that now. It's already made. And then we go back to 5.4. Huh. Yikes. Okay, let's... Now that we're here... Let's do this thing again, but let's make the drums and shit, I don't know, more aggro. It's fucking stupid. Bad idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, I started the concept. We got things that talk and sing. It's cool. How can I imagine those sounds? I spent a long time learning how to make all the sounds, and now if I think to myself I want a sound that, I don't know, it's kind of stored in my brain, what the things sound like roughly, and then I know how to make them. So I'm like, oh, I want a sound that does this thing. Then I place a thing that sounds roughly like the thing I want, and then slowly sculpt it into what I want using the tools that I've spent years learning to make. Like this stuff is just squelches, right? If you think about it, I mean, I was trying to like imitate human like conversation, kinda, but like, you know, make it all alien. Right? That was pretty cool. Let's space it. I have two things talking to each other. We have this guy on the left that's speaking with the high-pitched voice. Then we have the guy with a very, very low gravelly voice. That's kind of like a frog on the right. And they're just sawtooth waves with like filters moving over them to like emulate how your mouth will like shape different frequencies, right? And then I'm, you know, pitch bending them in ways such that it sounds like conversational cadence or whatever. Like here, I wanted this guy to ask a question, right? So I just pitched it upwards, and you can see in the spectrogram here, it pitches upwards. Yeah, like it goes up, asking a question. And this guy answers, and then they all start laughing because it's a really, really funny joke. That was the punchline. This guy asks a question, this guy makes a funny joke. And they all start laughing. Well, I'm pretty fucking proud of the laughter, I'm gonna be honest. The laughter is kind of a complicated rack. I made a video on my Patreon explaining how to make it, and it's available on my Patreon. But the premise is you got an erosion, and the erosion makes white noise, right? Because like when you're laughing, ha ha ha, there's white noise being injected over and over and over again. So I'm using a series of LFOs. Yeah. So we got ramp up LFOs. And we have triangle wave LFOs. Triangle waves controlling volume of the voice. When you laugh, the volume's pushing, right? And then as well as this is also controlling an erosion, right? So the erosion is going up over and over and over again. And then you also, when people laugh, I read a research paper on I don't know how laughter looks like in audio. But it's pretty easy to conceptualize. You got a Foreman filter, which is like the voice or whatever, and when people laugh, they tend to like repeat like a movement over and over and over again with their vocal cords or whatever, with their mouth. So we just have this like repeating movement, and then I have all these multi-maps which act all funky in weird ways that make it so that I can interpolate between two different settings. So when I twist this knob, like I can randomize all these. So, like right now it's going really, really fast. Let's take, I don't know, let's grab a big sound like this guy, and let's stretch this guy out a bunch. So like this normally sounds like this. I put this rack on it, and then you can see we have the formant moving really quickly, it's injecting noise quickly, there's also pitch bending applied. And then I twist this knob and it interpolates to something else. Right? And interpolates all the way to something moving at a different rate, with the pitch bending moving in a different amount. So there's a pitch shift. The formant also changes. So if you automate that knob to turn, it sounds like laughter, because that's kind of how people laugh. They start everything's changing. The pitch is changing, the shape of their mouth, as well as the rate, all at the same time. Right, and then you can just randomize all these. So that's the premise of the laughing rack. But at the end of the day, you know, like formant filters. Formant filters sound like voices. You fuck around with formant filters. I don't know what to play here. I don't know what the fuck to play here. We're in 5.4. Doing 5.4 stuff is hard at a slow BPM. Make a bass sound. Big old chunky bass. Wait. Do I have, I think it's called church bass or something? Angie church bass. I think this guy is kind of cool. Maybe. What do you? See, now we get really angry. Holy shit. How did that happen? Oh, that automated to 42. Resonators everywhere? How the fuck any of this work? fuck I'm doing. Take this automation. Do that. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. Let's just resample all this. I like that guy. That guy sucks. You. Map you to that. A video about organizing all sounds, library, samples, and save presets. I don't have a video on organizing. Usually at the ends of a lot of my videos, I talk about like just chucking stuff. The most I say is just like chuck shit into your user library. Like in a lot of my videos, I'll like sound design a big old fancy rack of some sort, and then when you're done doing it. Right, like this thing, it's called Angie Church Bass for, I don't know, reasons. And then I have this group in my user library called Ableton 12 Tracks. And when I have something particularly good, I'll just take this entire track and just chuck it in there. And then I can just drag it into a new project file. It already has like pretty cool sound design. Workflow to stay organized. Yeah. No, it's not very organized. You can see there's a lot of just like random shit thrown in here. Taking notes is good. I recommend taking notes. So like here I have a bunch of like EP album ideas. So I'm like organizing all the songs that I think are good, that need to be finished, how close they are to being finished, and what would work well in different collections of songs as an EP. So like that's how I came up with this thing, which is an EP I'm releasing like this month, next month. It's pretty useful. Good way to just like remember which songs exist that are good, that need to be finished, and what works with what. I recommend that. When you name your songs, don't name your song something fucking stupid like Poop 3, Poop 7, or whatever, right? You should, what you should do is you should title them and start them with the date in alphabetical order or whatever. So year first, then month, then day. So when it's sorted by alphabet, whatever, by name, when you look at that, it's sorted in order of when I made them. And so it helps a ton for finding project files and figuring out what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, a lot of people don't do that, and it's really, really bad. And then, what else do I recommend? Templates are good. I used to be anti-template, so not doing templates is also good because it makes you work fast. You get really, really fast at making groups and routing things together because you have to do it every single project file. But templates are also decent for just like I have my template set up with just like a drums group, a subgroup, and like effects that I always use. So like hip hop sub bass is already in here, and then I already have side chaining set up for the kick and the snare in my drums group. If you watch my drums video, I talk about how to organize your drums. Right. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Fucking stupid. I like that. I like the downbeat. The downbeat is good. But I think we just gotta bring the, I mean, the premise of the song is there's a bunch of cute little synth dudes talking to you, right? So I have to keep that up. AI is definitely the best at it. I still remember, what was it, Rat Snare? And it was just like a hissing sound. Fucking stupid. I don't know what to put here. I don't know what to put here. It's cool. I don't know. I think it's kind of aggro for a second and a little minimal. But that's the goal, I guess. We need to go back into like cute melody.
You on that. Play. I hurt my thumb too. What the fuck happened? Must have, when I was rock climbing, I must have banged myself up. This section sucks. I mean, I just keep filling it with, you know, not a main idea. I need to figure out a main idea. Chords. All right. Chords. We're in like G major-ish, kinda. So what do? We're here, we change from G major to G minor. Full modal interchange. Let's get another symplant. What do you sound like? This other symplant. It's clipping. Where's the clipping volume? Velocity. What? How do I change? Oh, volume. There should be a post clip and pre clip. Volume knob. Let's forego the root. Right? And they do that in like bossa nova stuff, I think. Like rootless chords. No, rootless like 7th chords. Make this shut the fuck up. Okay, let's take that. does sound like desert level. I think. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I think I'm playing like a minor 1 into a minor flat 2 chord, which like is some fucked up, I don't even know what that is, some fucked up modified like Phrygian scale, maybe, because like it just reminds me of another song where I like analyzed it and it has a very similar sound to that. That's just, I don't know, that's just my intuition for what I think is playing, but I don't know. My thumb hurt. Fucking hate that autofilter. Get out of here. Whatever the fuck this is doing. Rid of this guy. You. Oh, it's so messy. Get the fuck out of here. Let's copy where that is. Sounds pretty good. Works. Alright, let me get some water. Play it back from the conversation. So, for anyone who's new, premise, we have two aliens talking to each other. Starts happening, man. I need to make it way more minimal. Okay, the crickets get introduced there. It gets weird. Here, let's slowly filter in this guy. What's up, stick bug? Stick bugs are good. Fucking hate this autofilter. Okay. There's so much shit playing. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Pretty cool. I kind of like the little no. It's pretty good. Yeah, we are in a Phrygian. I don't know how we got here, but we're in Phrygian now. Oh, I arpeggiated like these weird chords, or I just like played random notes. Yeah. Okay, what else? Let's layer this with some Wabe Table. Good old Wabe Table. It's weird. It's a lot of disjointed stuff, but there's interesting sounds. Something I don't think I've ever made something that sounds quite like that before. And the transition sucks. I'd say everything up until here is pretty decent. I don't know about that though. No, this transition work at all. better now. It's still too busy. The other part's kind of silly. Which, yeah, the first half, yeah, the whole premise of the song started with me wanting to make. I just wanted to have two synthesized dudes singing a song together. You know, they're having a conversation, they're singing. There's an A and a B, and then they harmonize together. Yeah, the harmonizing is pretty fucking funny. Yeah, it's pretty good. Too much stuff happening at the same time. It's a little busy, but yeah, it turns into desert level. Kind of a cool switch up. Mix down suck, but pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with my ability to make weirder and more difficult music. Right, like this all in 5.4. I've been getting really good at 5.4 lately. Playing around with music theory stuff more in a much more free way. Like, I don't know, I ended up getting to like we got like multi-voice counterpoint kind of harmonization happening between these two dudes. We end up changing key and mode into like some weird like Phrygian augmented scale. I have no idea really what's even going on there, but I'm not working within scales anymore, which is neat. Yeah, I'm not, it used to be that I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna write in G minor. That means I'm gonna take all of the white notes between A and A, the octave above it, then transpose it to G, and then hide them over here, and then fold everything, and now I'm in G minor. That's what I used to do. And now I don't do that at all, which leads me to making like intentional decisions on like chromatic movement and going outside of the key pretty freely. Like I'm starting to intuit it like so much more. Like I think here, like we're in like, we start off in G major, I think, in this section here. No, I guess not. I don't know. We're in G minor. I don't know. We're in one scale, then end up fucking doing all sorts of weird shit. It's pretty cool. I'm happy with it. It doesn't sound that great though. Like clean, whatever, man. I made it all in the stream, and we're fucking around. Okay, I've been streaming for Jesus Christ, 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours. How did we get here? How did I get here? Not that much music to show for it, but we were experimenting for a lot of it and learning stuff, so that's cool. Alright, I'm done streaming. Closing it up. I'm closing up shop. It's ending now. I will possibly stream again tomorrow night. Maybe, possibly, maybe. Unsure. Oh, I wanted to check. All right, turn on the synth. Like, this fucking chord. This one here. What is this guy? Yeah, it is what I thought. I think. F to A sharp. This is a fourth. So what the fuck even is that? We're playing. Switch to. Here, let's switch to everyone's favorite. And then. Right. Easy, right? Then we go to F sharp, C sharp. Yeah, that's okay. That's we're going up by a half step, but makes sense. Kind of that kind of movement. That, like, I don't know what the word for it is, but I have recognized it in like a desert level, so I'm pretty happy that I'm like my ear training is working out and I'm recognizing chord progressions or whatever. Because I got to that just by like moving the notes around kind of randomly, and then I was just like, oh, that's that chromatic minor chord movement. Awesome. It's very cool to hear. Off topic question, do I know if there's a way to get an Imogen Heapy vocoder? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but stock Ableton, you probably what? Who the fuck? What?
Where are we?
Oh, is this the? Oh, I know this artist. I'll just play around with different vocoders and like VSTs. Is this the person who in like the 80s had that like one of the first, not 80s, even earlier song? What's the one where it's like sounds like they're calling you on a phone? Vocoder song call This Is Your Mother Speaking. This one reminds me of this. I thought that was the same artist for some reason. Come on. Anyways, I'll just play around with different vocoders and different VSTs. Though, I mean, you probably could get close to it with just... So... Oh, I have to route this right.
Oh, Superman.
Oh, that's funny. You can hear the like the noisy aspect in the Ableton vocoder. Anyways, shut the fuck up. All right, I'm recording my own voice now, so I can vocode it later. How cool is that? I'm speaking into a microphone. Wow. Okay, so we got this beautiful thing. Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright. And then, I don't know, we just like vocode it. The vocoder. And then, oh, we already have this operator. We're gonna call this vocode me. Something I recommend is you name your tracks that you want to vocode me, right? And then you're just gonna play some fucking chords and stuff like that, right? Like, how hard could it be? I don't know. Something like that. Right, and then vocode me, external from vocode me. Then we want this guy more harmonic. Right, and then you can probably, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what was the? Let's find that the original sample thing that you were referring to. Mogan heap vocoder. What we got?
With people would stop to hold.
So you can hear also her voice in it. You just like dry wet it. Anyways, oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording my own voice now. And then imagine that I'm actually singing later. How cool is that? In tune with the synthesizer, right? Anyways, oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording my own voice now, so I can vocode it. Maybe use like Melodyne or something to like also do pitch stuff.
That's heavy.
I mean, it's just I don't know. I'm not super vocoder savvy, but like, well, I don't know what sounds special about that vocoder versus this one particularly that stands out. I mean, just like, I think that you could just use an Ableton vocoder, and as long as you got like a good performance to work with, you got the chords right, and the performance is like singing in the right tune, and you dry wet it, and then process the vocals nicely. Should sound like, maybe not one-to-one exact, because I don't know, she's probably using like a hardware vocoder or some shit, I have no idea, but I feel like it would, like, no one would really tell the difference, frankly. Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording my own voice now. Also, the input signal matters a ton. Anyways, oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording my own voice now, so I can decode it.
later. How cool is that? I'm speaking into a microphone. Wow. Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording with my own voice now. So I can vocode it later. How cool.
Porter Robinson, I don't care for his music really. Never really liked it.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording with my own voice now, so I can vocode it later. How cool is that? I'm speaking into a microphone. Wow. Shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm recording with my own voice now. I'm speaking into a microphone. Shut the fuck up.
I also don't really like Death Grips. Never really got into them. I respect them. I also have a video on vocoders. You just like look at my channel. It's called like vocoder sound design, and I explain what all the knobs do in the vocoder. Yeah. I don't listen to that many artists that feature like voice work a lot. I don't know. This is not my thing. You could also, I just deleted all of it, but you could also blend the input like dry signal, so maybe the chords being blended with the vocoded voice being blended with the original voice recording. You know, there's like a billion possibilities. I think the stock Ableton vocoder can like get you there. It doesn't sound like it's doing anything particularly super special. Alright, let's check this out real quick. Weird. It's kind of interesting. I do like it. All right. Okay. All right, folks. I've been streaming for like 4 hours, and I gotta stop. I gotta stop doing that. So I'm gonna stop doing that. Oh yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll possibly stream again tomorrow night. Maybe. Probably. But I'm gonna be busy in the day, so maybe not. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? All right. I'm heading out. Yeah, take care, y'all. Thanks for stopping by, tuning in, chatting, all of that.